Hello and Fáilte. Welcome to the next episode in our instalments of the Táin Cuailnge, the Cattle Raid of Cooley, with myself, Lora O'Brien. This is a labour of love for me. We are getting through it. And we have gone with Joseph Dunn's translation. I'm just going to show you here on the screen what we're working with. So the Táin Cuailnge, as I said, the Cattle Raid of Cooley, Joseph Dunn translated this in 1914, so it's available. The links to follow along with the episodes on your own screen or on your own devices are down below, as usual, and various other bits and pieces that you might be interested in. Make sure if this is your first introduction to me or to the Táin, then please go back. The playlist is linked down below as well. So you can go and start from the start. And I really do recommend that you do that because we are currently on episode 21, which is Cuchulain and the Rivers. And I think this is a short one, so I might do the next one as well. So Cuchulain and the Rivers. Then came certain men of the Ulstermen thither to help and succour Cuchulain. Before all, Senil Uathach and the two sons of Gege, Murrajach and Cotreb, to wit, and they bore him to the streams and rivers of Conala Merhevni, to rub and to wash his stabs and his cuts, his sores and his many wounds in the face of these streams and rivers. For the Tuatha Danann were wont to put herbs and plants of healing and a curing charm in the waters and rivers of the territory of Conala Merhevni, to help and to succour Cuchulain, so that the streams were speckled and green-topped therewith. And that reference to the Tuatha Danann is the people of the tribes of Danu, but is also probably code for the otherworldly friends and family that Cuchulain is supposed to have as well. So, accordingly, these were the names of the healing rivers of Cuchulain: Sas, Buan, Buas, Bitslan, my apologies, Finglas, Whitewater, Glor, Glenaman, Beg, Taig, Telemech, Rin, Beer, Brenige, Dichem, Muach, Milioch, Cumong, Cullind, Gannaman, Drong, Delt, Doveglass, Blackwater. So those are the healing rivers of Cuchulain. If anybody knows where those rivers are today, then that would be an interesting thing to put in the comments below. So like I said, that one was short. So we're going to go into Cethern's Strait fight, which is episode 22. And then I think episode 22 kind of gets away from us a little bit. So we might split that up into two parts as well. There's 22A to E. So yeah, we'll do that way. So Cethern's Strait fight. And straight, I believe, is not straight like a ruler. It is straits, in straits, maybe. We'll see. Let's read it and see. Cethern's Strait fight. Then said the men of Erin to Macroth, the chief runner, to go watch and keep guard for them at Slieve Fuach, to the end that the Ulstermen might not come upon them without warning and unobserved. Thereupon Macroth went southwards as far as Slieve Fuach. Macroth was not long there when he saw something, a lone chariot on Slieve Fuach making from the north straight towards him. A fierce man, stark naked, in that chariot, coming towards him, without arms, without armour at all, save an iron spit in his hand. In equal manner he goaded his driver and his horses, and it seemed to him that he would never in his life come up to the hosts. He was in a hurry, obviously, is what that means. And Macroth hastened to tell this news at the fort where Ailill and Maeve and Fergus were, and the nobles of the men of Erin. Ailill asked tidings of him on his arrival. "Aye, Macroth," inquired Ailill, "hast thou seen any of the Ulstermen on the track of the host this day?" "That, truly, I know not," answered Macroth, "but I saw something. A lone chariot coming over Slieve Fuach straight towards us. A wild, stark naked man in the chariot, without arms or armour at all, except for an iron spit in his hand. In equal manner he prodded his driver and his steeds. It seemed to him he would never in his life come up to the host. Now this repetition is not like bad writing or anything. It is a sign that the stories were originally being told in oral format. So for clarity, both for the memory of the storyteller and also for the audience to really kind of get it into their noggins, there is some repetition through the text, and that's what's happening there, I believe. Who thinkest thou might it be, O Fergus? asked Ailill. Meseems, Fergus answered, it is Cethern, son of Fintan, that came here. There. Fergus indeed spoke true, that it was Fintan's son Cethern that was come there. And so Cethern, son of Fintan, came on them, and the camp and the garrison were confounded, and he wounded all around him in every direction and on all sides, and they wounded him in every direction and on all sides. And then he left them, and his entrails and vitals were outside of him. Sorry, I wasn't laughing at that. I was laughing at my mistakes. I keep stumbling over words, so apologies. He came to the place where was Cuchulain to be healed and cured, and he demanded a physician of Cuchulain to heal and cure him. Come, Master Legge, cried Cuchulain, arise, away with thee to the garrison and camp of the men of Erin, and summon the physicians to come out here to cure Cethern MacFintan. I give my word, e'en though it be under the ground or in a well-shut house they are, I myself will bring death and destruction and slaughter upon them before this hour tomorrow if they come not to minister to Cethern. So always with the threats and the boasting and the arrogant demands. So Legge went his way to the quarters and camp of the men of Erin, and he called upon the physicians of the men of Erin to go forth to cure Cethern, son of Fintan. Truth to tell, the physicians of the men of Erin were unwilling to go cure their adversary, shockingly, their enemy and their stranger foe, but they feared Cuchulain would work death and destruction and slaughter upon them if they went not. And so they went. As one man of them after the other came to him, Cethern, son of Fintan, showed him his stabs and his cuts, his sores and his bloody wounds. Each man of them said that he would not live and could not be healed. Cethern, son of Fintan, struck him a blow with his right fist in the front of his forehead, so that he drove the brains out through the windows of his ears and the seams of his skull. Wow. He hit him so hard he drove the brains out through the windows of his ears and the seams of his skull. Just okay. Howbeit Cethern, son of Fintan, killed them till there had come 15 physicians of the physicians of the men of Erin. Not a good day to be a physician, right? The historian hath declared in proof thereof, these the physicians of the Táin, who by Cethern bane did fall, no light thing in floods of tribes, that their names are known to me. Licha, Luadran, known over sea, Lot and Lumnach, white hand Lon, Lahern skilful, also Lon, Lasre, Slanall that cures all, Dovetock, Fintan's blameless son, Fintan, master fearful too, Main, Bohan gives not pain, eke his pupil, Bohan's son. These the physicians 5 and 10 struck to death by Cethern through. I recall them in my day. They are in the physician's roll. Yea, even the 15th physician it was, but the tip of a blow that reached him. Yet he fell lifeless of the great stun between the bodies of the other physicians, and lay there for a long space in time. Ithal, physician of Ailill and Maeve, was his name. Thereafter Cethern, son of Fintan, asked another physician of Cuchulain to heal and to cure him. Come, Master Legge, quoth Cuchulain, go for me to Fingan, the seer physician, at Fingan's grave mound, at Lecan, the brow of Slieve Fuath, him that is physician to Concord. Bid him come and heal the son, Cethern, son of Fintan. Legge hastened to Fingan, the seer physician, at Fingan's grave mound, at Lecan of Slieve Fuath, to the physician of Concord. and he told him to go cure Cethern, son of Fintan. Thereupon Fingan, the prophet physician, came. As soon as he was come, Cethern, son of Fintan, showed him his stabs and his cuts, his sores and his bloody wounds. Now, and it ends there. I'm just going to have a little sneak peek and see, does that story... Okay, yeah, so the next one is Cethern's bloody wounds as well. And that's quite a long one. So we'll leave that one till the next day to be continued. And it just strikes me, a little bit aside from our Táin reading, that here in Cethern's Strait fights, that if any of my tua out there, any of you listening, any of my loyal subscribers here on YouTube, if any of you are studying healing in any way and wanted to work with, like, they would be social or community ancestors, as I teach in my Connecting to Irish Ancestry course, it's not just about bloodlines, it is about those who have gone before you. So that would be an interesting roll call of names to include in prayers or devotionals or meditations for anybody who is interested in the healing arts and wanting to connect to ancestry, the ancestry of Ireland. So if you're interested in all that, take that class maybe over at the Irish Pagan School and have a think about how you connect to ancestry. But I think that is it just struck me as a very interesting way to, I don't want to say tap in, but to connect really to a plethora of genuine Irish physicians, named, if you don't mind, and pronounced for you now as well. So there you go. Little extra bonus spiritual tip here. And thank you very much for your attention today. As ever, it's Michelle Lora O'Brien. I'm an Irish Draoi, and if you are interested in more like this, definitely subscribe to the channel. And there is all sorts of stuff on the channel. Please, please, please go and check the playlists, both the Táin Cuchulain playlist, obviously, but there's Irish folklore, there's magic, Irish magic, there's basic paganism, there is Irish language stuff, there's two Mórrígan playlists, there's community questions and answers, there's various, all sorts of stuff, storytelling, all sorts of stuff. So definitely go and check out the playlists on the rest of the channel, okay? And join the mailing list because you get cool stuff there too. So slán go fóill, and I will see you in the next video.